Coming up today on This Is True Really News, some text
Stuff and such?
Well, yes, and text threads that you're going to find fascinating.
No.
So if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe to This Is True Really News. Please like This Is True Really News. Please, what's the other one? Swallow. This Is True Really News. Please.
Follow.
Yeah, close.
So close.
Yeah. I don't know what we would do with a bird. In any case.
Barbecue?
Well, swallows are very small birds.
Oh, that?
Yes.
Is it an unladen swallow? African or European?
I don't know.
Am I dating myself here and nobody will know what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah. All the people who know Monty Python will know that.
That's what I'm asking. Am I dating myself?
And my good friend, John Cleese.
It's been a while since your close personal friend.
Yes, that's right.
Since, Monty Python has been, anything nearing relevant.
I think the silliness is still relevant.
It is, but does anyone know of it?
I do.
Is Monty Python something you pass down to your children?
Cleese keeps, yes, it was in my house. Cleese keeps getting asked questions about certain scenes. Should he leave them in? Yada, 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 yada. And he says, yes, I'm leaving them all in, you
honestly,
morons.
The two-man pall-bearing championships are still my favorite.
Upper class twit of the year.
Running through the streets of London, two guys with a coffin. It was just hilarious. I'm sorry.
If you find a story you think we'd like, Mr. Cleese, just send in any of your thoughts. I think that would be wonderful. TITR@netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
So as it happens, I have a pop quiz for you.
Okay.
Pay attention now. Mm-hmm. If you crashed your car into a building, what would you immediately do? Would you call emergency services? Would you see if anyone was hurt?
That's probably the first thing I'd do.
Check. We're guessing most people wouldn't answer with get a manicure next door to the place I just destroyed. But that's what an Ontario woman did. Yeah. Per CTV.
I chipped a nail. News. Damn it. I'm going to have to. You guys got to.
Listen, I'll be back. Don't die or anything. I'll check on you in a minute. Per CTV News Toledo, which obtained security footage of the incident, a Jeep plowed into the storefront of Guilty Pleasures Dessert Cafe on March 3rd.
And can you blame her?
Widows? Ooh, it shattered Widows. Oh, there's an N in there somewhere. Shattered windows, attaboy, and just third time is the charm. And destroyed merchandise. Gee, you think a Jeep flying into your...
the laws of physics being what they are.
Thankfully, the bakery owned by the Bawa siblings was not yet open for the day, and no one was inside. Amen.
Oh, good.
Tanvir Bawa rushed to the scene after getting a frantic call from the pair's mom. His sister got the news from a worker at Casey's Nails and Beauty Shop. That'd be the nail salon
next door
to Guilty Pleasures. The employee told Simran that the driver was inside Casey's getting her nails done. Tanvir, I want to know what's that
thought process?
Certain things in my head that don't make sense, and this is one. Tanvir told CTV that he spoke to the driver. I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's just giggling, like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Sister adding, "I'm telling you this whole time, not one single apology. This is pretty much my bread and butter," Simran said of the bakery, and sustained serious structural damage, but that their insurance provider was requiring the shop to stay open for the time being. How do you stay open if you have structural damage?
Well, you're open all the time. You better become a 24-hour place right away.
But with structural damage, that's not safe.
Maybe not.
Anyway, they want him to be open despite the shattered glass and a front door that doesn't actually, open all the way. In the kind of understatement that only Canadians and the British can pull off, Simran said, "It's not been the most pleasant of times." And still no idea why.
Someone's got to. What do you suppose she had the appointment?
No.
And figured I'm waiting for the cops, so I might as well just get it done.
Yes.
What? You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm thinking it's a weird mentally something snap thing, and
Yep.
he should be in a home with bars.
And the special sweaters.
And I don't mean ones with the arms that tie in back.
So here's my tweets. You ready?
Do I have a choice?
This was supposed to be a facts about history page, but all I see is a bunch of stuff unrelated to it. Ninja Turtles came out 33 years ago. It's part of history. History is things like the Roman Empire, Gandhi, World War II, etc. Ninja Turtles is just a show, movie, series, not history.
Actually, Ninja Turtles is a part of history.
And only on the internet can you get an argument about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you freaks invent fictional pronouns like him. So, it's difficult to converse with the patently insane. Seek therapy or a better therapist. Hem is Dutch for he, him.
Yep. It is.
I know. Just dude doesn't know dinosaurs are fake. Dinosaurs did exist, though. Just ask any paleontologists. Paleontologists know F-all. They completely ignore the mud flood that happened less than 500 years ago. Anyone from a university or a museum is controlled opposition. You will never get the truth from them. Dinosaurs are a hoax. They are to distract from the giants that were here.
Well, they were here, but then they moved to San Francisco, and it all went to hell for a while.
Mentioned cervix to my 26-year-old boyfriend, and he looked confused. I asked him what he did not know. Yes.
At what conversation? At what conversation with wine, and I'm suspecting a little music and dinner, does a cervix enter into this?
People can talk about a lot of things, Tony.
I guess so.
Mentioned a cervix to my 26-year-old boyfriend. He looked confused. I asked him, did he not know what that was? And he looked at me in the eye so confidently and said, yeah, Jesus was nailed to one.
Cross it is crucifix when he's on it, okay?
Yeah, not very good. I asked for a large pepperoni and a small Coke, and they hung up. In this day and age, I expect these businesses to prioritize the customer, but it seems they think they are too good for us. Have they ever heard the phrase, the customer's always right? I like to say the investor is always right, as clearly as the customer is at the bottom of the list. But by far, the worst Pizza Hut in Brisbane. I would ask for my money back, but they did not even serve me. Response from the Viper Room. As we expressed on the phone, and again here, you have the wrong number. We are not a restaurant. If you could kindly remove this incorrect review, it would be most appreciated. We wish you all the best in endeavors to find a great pizza parlor. Kind regards, the Viper Room. Go ahead. Ask me.
What is it?
The Viper Room, the best Brisbane brothel.
So they don't do takeout.
Apparently not.
I would pay a lot of money to see the drive-through window, though. Just not quite understanding how that would work.
The menu board would be interesting.
Large, I would think. It's either going to be a very large menu board or very tiny little print. Tiny little print. Oh boy. So if you done?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God. If you saw the phrase cocaine cat trending recently.
I've seen cocaine sharks.
Nope. Cocaine cat.
Okay.
What was the movie they did with a cocaine fueled bear?
Oh, cocaine bear. Yeah.
I was so enamored by that, I immediately ran out and didn't watch it. Where was I now? A wildcat was captured in Cincinnati who tested positive for exposure to cocaine, according to NPR.
Okay.
Of course, they said it like this. A wildcat has been captured in Cincinnati and has, in fact, tested positive for apparently exposure to cocaine. And if we're still awake at the end of the sentence, I'm sure there was more that followed.
Sure.
In events In events only recently made public, a big cat named Amory escaped from his owner's car during a police stop in January. Okay. Soon after, local dog wardens started getting calls about a possible leopard stuck in a tree. There's one call you just don't want to get if you're animal control. I'm just saying. So responders retrieved Amory, brought him to a shelter, called it in an expert. And according to NPR, the expert suspected Amory was actually a serval, a long-legged, big-eared wildcat that is, in fact, native to sub-Saharan Africa.
Oh.
And quite illegal to own in Ohio.
Oh, my.
Well, that's probably what they say, yeah. A DNA test confirmed that hunch and also found narcotics in the cat's system.
That poor cat.
Well, there was a thing last year that involved a monkey on amphetamines.
Yeah.
So the shelter is now testing any exotic animal that comes through its doors.
They got some sharks off the U.S. coast that are eating sunken bales of cocaine in the waters off the U.S. And the sharks are just, and they will never shut up. They just won't quit talking.
They won't. And the sharp sex is amazing, apparently.
A man saved the life.
Hang on.
Oh, I thought you were done.
I was hoping I would be.
I apologize.
Amory is currently living now in the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. He had a broken leg problem. He is recovering nicely.
Okay.
He's young and very curious. He's exploring his new space and eating well. No charges have yet been filed against Amory's former owner. The case is still open. And I'm just wondering, he's a cat, right?
Yeah.
How do you roll up the dollar bill? How do you hold the credit card?
He had somebody helping him.
There was an accomplice.
A man saved the life of a farmer trapped under a massive bale of hay.
Well done, dude.
By using an app to guide
what?
To guide paramedics to the
Little
field.
Cheese logs?
No, this isn't. No, not an appetizer. An app on his phone.
Oh, one of those. I don't like those. But okay.
Michael Moss. Michael Moss, 39, heard Farmer Stevens' calls for help while eating lunch in his garden workshop in Nottinghamshire. He followed the voice.
Wait a minute. Isn't that actually a Sunday in the church calendar, Michael Moss?
Two different words here. That's Michael Moss.
Oh, M-O-S-S.
Okay. He followed the voice across some fields and discovered the man crushed beneath an industrial-sized hay bale weighing around 500 kilograms.
Yikes and eek.
I saw the hay bale and a top half of the body, quickly finished my sandwich, and tried to shoulder barge this huge half-ton hay bale, but that didn't work. Unable to move the bale himself, Michael quickly called 999, but he knew he'd find it difficult to describe their exact location, so he used an app called What 3 Words, which encodes geographic coordinates into 3 permanently fixed random words. By telling call handlers the words dads, scorched, and hairstyle, medics were able to pinpoint where he was to within a 3-meter square radius.
I don't know if I should be impressed or frightened.
The ambulance then arrived within 15 minutes and took Stephen to the hospital, where he was treated for severe trauma to his pelvis and femur. What 3 Words works by dividing the globe into a grid of 3-meter by 3-meter squares and gives each square a unique combination of 3 words. The technology is said to now be used by 85% of the UK's emergency services. Isn't that fascinating?
How do you know what you have to have the app, though, to find the words, right?
Right.
And
you have to use
I'm suspecting it finds where you are and tells you what to use.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That is, it's such cool technology. I love it to death.
Scary just a little.
Well, yeah, but you're voluntarily, logging into it and getting stuff. And typically, I'm thinking it's used in emergencies.
Are you?
Well, maybe I'm a little less suspicious than you.
Yes, you are. You still think in the innate goodness of mankind, and I know we're shite. This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.